listeners and those who are following on social media. It was really a sad day last Saturday. And what can we say? We are not in a very good mood, but there's nothing we can say that to give thanks to God for everything. There's a possibility that it would have been a bigger disaster, but God really minimized it to that level. And because IMAX Boxing Promotions really came into being to change the fields of Ghana boxing, and when it comes to the novices, juvenile, amateur, and professional boxers, we've seen how they've transformed Ghana boxing. So the boxing league that started in up to 2 years ago, 2023, we've all seen how it has attracted boxers not only in Ghana, but across Africa. So we have boxers from Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Burkina Faso, all coming down to come and fight on our league platform put together by IMAX Boxing Promotion. So we are grateful to God. Last Saturday, and I can tell you that the mood is not really good for us. Every single individual, even the man in charge of IMAX Boxing Promotions, he has not been stable. We have to really make sure that himself and the president of Ghana Boxing Authority, they have to go through a lot. And I believe that after everything, we need to let the psychologists attend to them, because these are people putting their effort, their money, and everything in Ghana boxing, just to help individuals to be able to achieve their aims and in Ghana boxing or maybe across the globe. So it is really a sad day, but what can we do? It is about time we do a critical analysis of what happened, and let's see whether we can manage the situation and be able to resolve anything that will reoccur again in future.
Mr. Amin Lamptey, if I may ask, Mr. O, can you please, for the purposes of clarity, can you explain to our listeners, and we're also live on Facebook, what actually happened? Because you were the ring announcer for Fight Night 15 this past Saturday at the Bukum Boxing Arena. And even after the bout, you also spoke. One nyodi nkunim no ekasai. But you bet me a ni see Emma Nigerian boxer no ehwe ne nkwan.
I think back where I was saying for everybody to know is that in professional boxing, a boxer cannot just come straight away into the ring without going through the required procedure and processes. You need to present your documents. Number one, the certificate that certify you as a professional boxer. That is number one. Number two, your medical report. So the GBA would have to counter it, check it. We have those who are in charge of that, and they will call the federation in your country, and they will cross-check whether the report or information is given is correct, is authentic. Then we will then look at you, study you by our medical officers. Then on a day before the fight, you go through the weigh-in process. The weigh-in process, you mount the scale. When you are done, immediately our physician, a ring of physician, will have to check you medically. Look at your blood pressure, look at whatever. If you have any medical problem, you will not be allowed to fight. But these two boxers have gone through the process. They were qualified, the GBA approved and sanctioned their fight. So on the night they appeared, everybody, I was the ring announcer, I introduced the boxers. Okay, you could clearly see that the guy who passed away, he has a fantastic record of 23 fights. He lost only 8. He has won 13 and drawn 2. And 12 of the wins came by way of knockout.
Wow.
It's a very credible boxer. It was a former Nigerian national champ, a former West African champion, and a former African champion. So this guy, he has a credibility.
Interested.
So when they started the fight round 1, round 2, he was leading. Everybody who knows boxing, his jabs, his footwork, his mannerism in the ring clearly shows that he was dictating the pace of the fight. Then in round 3, 2 minutes, 46 seconds, they just went into some close, infighting. When we say infight, the two boxers just came closer. And then they were just trading some punches that are not really hefty. Nobody touches him. Nobody touched him. He just retreated a bit. When he retreated, there we saw him going to lean on the ropes. And then he fell down. So the referee thought that it was a normal fall down that we call knockout. So he was counting him. So the counting was on. So the referee could not even go to 5 or 6. And he realized that, no, the guy is in trouble. Quickly invited the physician, the ringside physician. They came over, Dr. Ado. He came over with the officers of the National Ambulance Service. They came over to help to resuscitate him. They did that partially. And then they decided that, look, within 2-3 minutes, they have to quickly move him to the Kolembu Teaching Hospital. So it was transported to Kolebo Teaching Hospital. That was where he was placed on oxygen. Just after 30 minutes time, he passed away. So this is what really happened at the Bukom Boxing Arena last Saturday. We are very sad. We are commiserating with the family of this boxer, those in Nigeria and in Ghana. And we've communicated with the General Secretary of the Boxing Federation. He himself said that they were all watching, that he was watching it live on social media. He saw what happened. And then we also, yesterday, we've met with the acting Nigeria High Commission to Ghana. And then there is a gentleman who's also in charge of Nigeria here in Ghana when it comes to their welfare. So we met all of them. They all understood what is happening. And then the GBA president also communicated with the chairman of Diamond Boxing Promotion, Mr. Maxwell Chichi, the indefatigable. All of them are now on the same page. Now we've tried as much as we can since last Saturday night and Sunday, that was yesterday. The body has been moved to the mortuary. Now we are waiting for the autopsy. Maybe probably after the autopsy, we've already reported the case to the police station. So now after the autopsy, probably we will know what will happen. For now, I cannot give you an update on what will happen until the autopsy is done. We'll see what will happen.
Wow. So, per what you are saying, you name near ekun abranti, you name near ekun pote.
No, we can't tell. We can't really tell what happened to him. And I make we all saw that he retreated back and leaned on the rope. He has gone through all the medical checkups. We knew nothing is happening to him. So we cannot say that this is what killed him. The cause of the death cannot be, we can't tell that this or that happened. So we are waiting for the autopsy.
But Mepacho, Honorable Amin Lamptey, what kind the press release from the Ghana Boxing Authority at some point is stating induced coma as the possible cause of death?
No, I was the one who scriptured it.
Okay.
The induced coma is normally, that is the term being used when a boxer goes into such situations. Because an induced coma means that the boxer has gone into coma. Even on that very day, another boxer also went into an induced coma, but he was revived, he was resuscitated. It happens in boxing. Even that same day, a boxer also sustained a cast on top of his eyebrow. He was attended to, he was okay. So it happens in boxing. So it's a simple term being used. When a boxer is down, when the person collapses, when the person has any problem in the ring, this is the term being used, induced coma. Especially the one that will take time. There are some of them that will go down within some few minutes, will be revived, will be resuscitated. But there are some of them that they cannot be resuscitated. That is why we are saying that induced coma. It has gone deeper. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of them will be even sent to the hospital for surgery. Some of them it could happen because of brain bleeding. Some of them it could happen because of brain trauma and all that. So that is the point that we are making.
That's a good education. But what has been the response from the Nigerian Boxing Federation? I know there's a name for what has been the response from them?
Come again?
I'm asking what the response has been from the Nigerian Boxing body. Has there been any formal response from them?
Oh yes, as I indicated, we've communicated with them. And we are now on the same page. So it is well understood. And one good thing about the whole thing is that there is video evidence to show that the guy was not hit. He didn't suffer from any hasty punch. Himself he retreated back a bit, and that was it. You understand? Okay, yeah.
I know this particular news is gaining a lot of ground, and it's really hello.
Come again, I'm with you.
Yeah. So I'm saying that I understand very well, the gravity of what actually happened. But there's been a release also from the Trust Sports Emporium. I don't know if you've set sights on that release.
I've not set such eyes on it, but when I was granted an interview on our other station, they also raised it, and I think that it was a very good release. But I disagree with them on the point that because of what happened, they were trying to organize, an amateur boxing league. Because of that, they seem to have put a break on it, which is wrong. You cannot compare professional boxing and amateur boxing. What amateur boxing promotion is doing, if this were to be another country, the country itself would have to support IMAS with so much fund just to help to raise the standard of boxing in this country. The boxing has really brought out a lot of talent. We've discovered a lot of talent. Look at somebody like Elvis Ahoga, who is making a lot of waves in UK. It is through IMAS boxing promotions. We have countless of boxers who have been penciled down as well, but so does it mean that if we lose somebody in the process, we should close our page up on the sport? Look at football. How many people died at the Mina disaster? My younger brother, biological brother who follows me, there's a lady between myself and him. He passed away. 126. Have we stopped playing football? No. Don't we still experience vandalism and hooliganism at the stadium?
Yeah, we do.
So the Emporium, in as much as I agree with them, they should have even contacted the GBA communication department, my office. Okay? Because we need to go ahead with one voice. Yeah, if you have something to write, at least link up with the GBA communication directorates. And that would also let you understand certain things that we are doing, so that we'll look at it, whether it's needful for you to come out with your personal release, or you also need to lean on what we have put out. That is fear, that is communication. Because in communication, if you have people, about 10 or 20 people talking on the same issues, they will all have different voices, they have different communication and skills. They might end up messing up, creating confusion and misunderstanding. So in as much as I agree with them what happened, and I think that the issue about the amateur boxing, that they are saying that because of what happened last Saturday, they are putting a brakes on that boxing league. They are not the same. GBA is in charge of professional boxing. Then Ghana Boxing Federation is in charge of amateur boxing. Even in boxing, let me tell you, my brother, it starts with the juvenile. It starts with the novices. And then you see, IMAS Boxing Promotions, this boxing league, is able to attract young boxers at the age of 9. We always play it on Max TV. You watch it. Little boys, I advise them, these are schoolgoers. The novices, from the novices, you come to the juvenile. From juvenile to amateur, from amateur, you get to the professional level. So amateur and professional level, they're not the same. You cannot use one thing against the professional boxing and say that because of that, you are hurting the amateur boxing league. This is really something that they have to get back to their drawing board to correct this abnormally.
But in your statement, there was a part that said that you read out to the Minister for Sports and Recreation, Honorable Kofi Idi Adams. What was his response as well?
Oh no, he was very interested. He's a minister. He's now in charge of sports, including boxing. So he actually engaged because the GBA president called to update him, but then he was busy. He himself called back. The GBA president communicated with him. He shared a lot of views and opinion with him, and they asked him. He got him updated. Even yesterday, the Acting Nigeria Health Commission, and then the guy who is in charge of their welfare, Nigerian welfare in Ghana, they've made the GBA, and then the GBA president explained everything to them. They themselves admitted that they saw everything on social media. They saw what happened. They saw how the guy went down to the canvas and the referee counter, blah, blah, blah. So the minister is updated. So whatever that will do, we'll keep the minister updated, because at the end of the day, he's the one in charge of sports in this country, and he's the one who can really inform the president officially what had happened to the Ghana Boxing Authority.
Thank you very much, Honorable Amin Lamptey, for your time this morning, and I hope you would keep us updated and posted on whatever happens as far as this issue is concerned.
This is Max FM, right?
Yeah, Max FM.
And Max FM, they are collaborators, they are media partners, because this is the media outlet that really supported boxing, both radio and television. Let me commend all of you, commend our chief executive, Mr. Maxwell Tichi, all the two commentators, Prince Annan and then Nanayao Anderson. These are people who were there. We were there. We saw everything psychologically, mentally. Some of us might have actually been affected psychologically. So all of us, we are waiting. Maybe after everything, we need to seek the intervention of psychologists and medical officers that will take check on us, because I have been affected. I'm the ring announcer. I'm closer to the scene. In the history of Ghana, we've not experienced any boxer who has really died through this kind of processes. I stand to be corrected. Yes, at any given time, every night we may have some slight injuries, and boxers will be attended to, and there they go. They can even fight a subsequent, night. But this is really a sad night, and let me express my condolences to the family of this Nigerian boxer in Ghana, in Nigeria, and let me also commensurate with the IMAS Boxing Promotions. Let me commensurate with members of the Ghana Boxing Authority and all the staff, all those, the OB van, the cameramen. Can you imagine the cameramen who were shooting the incident? Can you imagine what they will go through? And let me commend our cameramen. they were able to capture every single thing.
Yeah.
That is one thing that let me say it on air. I'm super excited. This is a justifiable, evidence that everybody saw, and it really gave them an idea about what transpired. So I'm really, really proud of the cameramen and those in charge of the OB van and everybody, the commentators, the ring announcer, the ring officials, everybody. I commensurate with them. This is a sad day. May the soul of our brother rest in perfect peace.
Amen. Thank you very much, Honorable Amin Lamptey, for your time this morning.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Okay, that was the communications director of the Ghana Boxing Authority, Honorable Amin Lamptey. Ono na yene kasaya. Sisi ya ochechi nsimu.